Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about bug out bags and stuff that I have in mind that I think a lot of people don't think about. And in my opinion, I think they should think about and have. And you'll probably get a chuckle out of some of this because of what it is. So we'll get started and I'll go through these few items I think a lot of people don't think about. Um, First item is called Steel Stick by JB Weld. You can fix a lot of stuff with this. It is an epoxy putty. Gets hard as steel. You just break some off, work it, repair what you need. Another item I like is called Repair Wrap. You can find this at most hardware stores for $3 to $5 a roll. They've got a few different size rolls. They've got a small, medium, and large. This one's a medium, so it's 2 inches by 50 inches. Um, Real good stuff. I've used this before to fix shovel handles and an axe handle, and um, the axe handle was 3 years later still going with this stuff on it and holding with no issues. Another item, and I know people will say, well, I've got this knife or that knife, but my thinking is in a camp setting, you're already set up. You've got everything you need, you're set up. Okay, you've got, of course, your field knife, but something I like to carry in my bug out bag is one of these. And this ain't an expensive set. I got this at Rural King. I think it's called Ozark Trails or something like that. And it's a butchering set. You've got a skinning knife. Um, you've got a boning knife, and excuse me, they're called Country Trails. Ozark Trails is a Walmart brand, I do believe, but I found these at Rural King. $8, pretty good steel in them actually, really sharp, and they hold an edge well. We got a butcher's knife. You got a small cleaver. And a sharpening steel, a really decent sharpening steel here. Um, I actually have used this several times in processing game. Um, and it's a good item. It's something I think people don't think about, and I know most of them say, well, I've got my field knife, or I've got this knife or that knife. But once you're set up, this is a nice little item to have if you're processing out game. Another item I think's overlooked a lot that a lot of people don't think about: zip ties. Zip ties can be used for a lot of things. You'll be surprised what you could think of and be like, man, I wish I had some zip ties. Now, for the item that I think most of you will get a chuckle out of, because it's more or less a kid's item, and because of the laws nowadays, we can't get the military surplus ones. So I got these after the 4th of July at the fireworks shop here in town. Smoke grenade, pull string. There's a company, can't think of their name, that makes them with the pull. I think a lot of people overlook these because they don't see a use for them, but there can be a few uses for them. One, for signaling if needed. Um, two, to create concealment if needed, to obstruct the view of people that shouldn't be around you or might be causing trouble, to allow you some concealment into movement into a place. Another option for this, if you go to a uh, marine store, they've got a big round canisters that are pull top like this for boats, but it's orange smoke. This one happens to be red. I've got both red and white, and I carry a couple in my everyday carry backpack. And the final overlooked item that I recommend, that has many uses, are these ultimate survival technology hand warmers and the bigger, I don't know what you call it, body warmer. Um, in a cold environment, really these slipping in your gloves make a difference, or in your pants pocket can make a difference, helping keep the limbs that are more prone to frostbite and damage from the cold warm. I bought this big one because I do have some back pain, and I keep this in my bag, and that works just as well as a heating pad on low. It gets about 103 degrees, I think, right about there, right about what they recommend for therapeutic heat, and these are reusable. You just, if you're familiar with this type of thing, you just click the little metal tab and it creates a chemical reaction. By use this, little uh, elastic bandage, put it on, just wrap the bandage, the little lace bandage, elastic band-aid around, and I've got me a little portable heating pad if needed. It can be used for women issues and other things, but I think it's another item that's often overlooked. Those are some of the overlooked items that I personally think everybody should have. It's up to you whether you think you'd need them or it's a good idea for you to have them. Um, this is just my personal recommendations and what I personally carry. I can't tell you get this stuff and carry it because you're going to need it. You may not, but in my experience, I have needed this stuff in the past, and it's not necessarily been survival situations, but everyday situations. And I could see where the benefit in a survival situation would be with this stuff. So I decided to add these items to my bug out bag, and also carry some of these items with me as a everyday carry. So with that being said, I will talk to you guys all later. Have a good day and take care of one another. Watch your six and keep your powder dry.